So you guys were one. I'm hearing a lot of you guys. You guys wanted a theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that? And when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So it's shorter. There you go. Crazy Cat Lady Gamer Reviewer or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use, educational, for education and entertainment purposes.
Hi everybody! Today we're going to talk about the fact that the counterpart to these guys, to Foxy and the Friday Night Freddy's, the ones that are actually real, Chuck E. Cheese and Pure Power Pizza, because what's going on in the world, um, apparently not many people are going to not going to Chuck E. Cheese anymore. And sadly, it's filed for bankruptcy. Now that is not the same thing as shutting down like Toys R Us did. No, that is not the same thing, guys. So until they actually say that until all the places are shut down, then they can actually say that they're shutting down. Basically is when they file for bankruptcy, can make a little bit money back from that. And since not many people can go to public places right now, it's really hard for them to make money. I didn't even think about pizza joints and arcades, because to me, arcades already were dead before this even happened. Because you asked me last time I was at a Chuck E. Cheese place, I was 16 years old, and now I'm 31. So that is weird. So, I don't mind Chuck E. Cheese. I liked going there as a kid when I could, because I didn't live in a big city. But I do wish that it didn't have to. But hopefully it does not go out of business like um, Toys R Us did. But I really hope it doesn't. So, yeah. So we got some other news to talk about. So let's get... And I want to show you guys, I did get a new Foxy toy right here. Foxy All-Star. It's at Walmart. I think I got the last one that was there. Maybe maybe there's more now. So, yeah. So there's also other news, so I'm gonna go and... Let's go talk about that one. Okay?
Okay, so let's get talking about the second story that we have to talk about here. So, um, Disney has been kind of, I don't know if harassed is the right word, but asked to or requested from Twitter. A lot of people would like if Disney would get rid of Song of the South from Splash Mountain. Now, I've seen Song of the South. I can understand a lot of the controversy around that movie, and the fact that I found out Uncle Remus was actually based off a white person doing asking stories about black people during that time period. Now I understand completely why Disney should not even done it. Even back then, back when Disney wrote that movie, that people were asking him, "Do not make this movie," and he did it anyway because if you know Disney, it's really hard to tell Walt Disney not to do something. He, but there's times where he should listen. So I agree that Walt can get a little bit over his head sometimes. This is one time where he did. So even though Walt Disney is my hero, stuff like that, one of my heroes, but there are some times where he probably should have not stepped into that kind of things, but he didn't want to admit that he was wrong. He just wanted to do it anyway. And so, and Splash Mountain, I've never been to Disneyland. I would like to see that right before it goes away, if it does go away, because Disney has not decided anything. Like, we have not heard them actually decide to go through with this. This is just something that people have requested. Now, there's people out there who do not know what Song of the South is because Disney's trying to make everybody forget it by not making any VHSs or DVD copies. Now, completely with Whoopi Goldberg on this one because 3 years ago, Whoopi Goldberg asked to have a disclaimer on Song of the South. Have it re-released, but have it a disclaimer. People need to stop trying to forget the past. There's that old saying, if you don't learn your history, you are doomed to repeat it. Now, we need to know our history. We need to know that we did used to mistreat people of different races. We need to know this so we don't repeat it. We are already repeating because we still are mistreating people of different races. So, and people want to erase World War II and World War One by not teaching them in schools. So, not teaching them and not showing it is not the way to go. We just need to acknowledge the history and not and try to better ourselves for the long run, not forget it. So, like I like the Anne Frank books. I've heard that people want to no longer have those in libraries, and because of what it talks about. So yeah, with World War II and stuff like that, was treating people because of their religion. So um we need to acknowledge that history happened, and for not showing it is not the way to go. So, and the one they want to put a lot of people want to put instead in the ride is Pocahontas, Mulan, or Princess and the Frog. Now, Princess and the Frog, I think that's only one that can work because both of them are in the South. Both of them are in the Bayou somewhat. Um, Pocahontas would not work. It's not the same creatures. It's not the same exact setting, and neither is Mulan. So I can see both sides of the story because I want Song of the South. I did not like it. Not I liked it for two reasons. The human part of the story, where you have the little boy, in it. His story is a little boring, and there is racial depictions of the animals because each animal, bear rabbit, bear fox, and bear, are supposed to be black stereotypes. So and you can totally see it. Like bear is supposedly a bat, like one. It's like is a dumb guy. Is a dumb bear basically. The fox thinks that he knows everything, and the rabbit is the one who is outsmarting them. So, and you can totally see the stereotype. You can totally see the stereotypation here, and the fact that a lot of the things they say in this, like um, so that's mostly what I was going to talk about this movie. So I can totally understand why they would want to get rid of that, but I don't want them to forget it. Okay, this movie should not be forgotten. We should just acknowledge the movie for what it is. It's like saying The Help Should Be Forgotten. Song of the South, Gone with the Wind should be forgotten. And all those cartoons that make fun of other races back in the 40s, the 30s, and the 50s, especially the ones during World War II. Like Disney and Warner Brothers made back then about mistreating different races. Because they did not only mistreat blacks, they mistreat um, Chinese, they mistreat Germans during that time period, and a lot of other races because they were not having good light with them at the time period. Definitely during the 40s. So it's not just and those ones get disclaimers. The Warner Brothers get disclaimers when they mistreated different races, and Disney has done that with them. Their old cartoons, old classic cartoons, where they did that. Because then, in case you guys haven't noticed, Disney has done it. Like during World War II, they had one where Donald Duck was saying "Hail Hitler! Hail Hitler! Hail Hitler!" all the time, and it was a nightmare basically. And he ends up saying, "I like to be an American, yay!" Basically, and when he wakes it up from the nightmare, so he was basically being a Nazi in this dream, and he was putting a lot of bullets, a lot of guns together, and a lot of different machines together to go off to war. So yeah, and there was also ones where they're like depiction like different fairy tales with um German people, with Germans. And for Warner Brothers, there was ones where Bugs Bunny was making fun of where Bugs Bunny had a black version of Elmer Fudd, and there was also one where he was for Japanese, there was one where he was like making ice cream, but the ice cream actually had grenades in it, so it was actually blowing on. But he was saying racial slurs to the Japanese in that cartoon. So, and yeah, so, and each one of these cartoons has a disclaimer for it now to explain why we made those cartoons back then. Why people make those cartoons back then. Now, people need to just do the same thing for Song of the South. I don't get it. What's the difference? I don't get it. I mean, Warner Brothers is even doing this for Gone with the Wind, and Song of the South and Gone with the Wind are not too far apart. They're like Gone with the Wind is made back in the late 30s, and Song of the South is made in the 40s. They're not too far apart with the years, so I don't get it. So if Disney ends up changing the ride, go ahead, but I don't know if anybody actually like. I would like to go and see the ride before it gets changed, so I know what it looks like. I haven't watched it on YouTube, so yeah. So I need to go to Disneyland, guys. I need to go. So let's hope that we get to keep Chuck E. Cheese's, and let's hope I get to see. I'm okay with either one with Song of the South with Splash Mountain. I don't know. I know people are gonna get mad either way if they keep it or they change it. I know they are. So there's like no scenario without somebody getting mad. So I really hope people in the comments section of this video don't start um, getting mad at me. I mean, we should not start being start raising wars in the comments section. Okay, I'm applied to my opinion. You applied to yours, but please don't be like I know. Like, let's go with this. Like, opinions are jerks. Does not mean you have to be. Okay, so bye bye.